Hey guys, just a quick video today. I'm going to show you how to make a journal out of a paper bag or brown paper, whatever you have lying about the house, because we have all these things in the house and it would be good just to use them up. So this one here is just brown paper, thick brown paper cut into different sizes, and it is bound in the middle with just like a pamphlet stitch with string. So there's that one, and that one is the same. Yep, that's the same. This one here is, I think it is envelopes, large brown envelopes that I had. Again, it is just hand bound in the middle with some string, I think. I haven't finished this one. Yep, some string, and I just attached the piece of fabric on to close it. This is quite large and I have done a few things in it, but not much. But they're so good just to chuck paint into. And this one today is the bag I'm going to show you, and this is made from these. Now these bags I think are for flour, I'm not quite sure, but I have access to a few of them, and I thought it would be great just to use these as journals, and because the paper's not brilliant, but it's double, it's lined, so there's an extra sheet in there. And basically all you want to do is to cut them, depending on what size you want them to be, your journal to be. I quite like that size, and it is probably roughly, where are we? It's roughly 11 and a half inches across. So I am Okay, that's the first journal made. It's all nice and dry now. It's super easy to make, and it gives you lots and lots of room in there to do plenty of paintings and collages and whatever you want to do in it. And so for the next journal out of these paper bags would be this here. These are just kind of quick prototypes that I did, and these come from the spare parts of the bag, and all I did was I measured along here roughly sort of A5 size, and thankfully that will go in there very nicely. And so I'll just cut one for you just to show you what I mean. So these are roughly A5, as I say, and I'll just tell you kind of what they are. So it's about 6.5 by 8.5. Yep, it's pretty okay. And all I did was measure from this edge, and that's the spine there, and then again done the same size, roughly, just very roughly along there, and all I'm going to do is cut along there. So you'll end up with 2 sheets, and I'll just show you what I mean. So cut along here. See, this paper is too thick to just tear, because I quite like the torn edges, but it's not going to work really with this, so that's why I'm cutting it. And that's all you need to do. Again, you have spare paper that you could keep for other projects if you like. So I would do that to all 3 bags, and you will end up with 4 sheets out of the 1 bag. So I will do the other 2 and I'll come back to you. Okay, so I've cut out all the pages again from the other spare bag, and now all I'm going to do is fold it, so you have all these lovely pages to use, and just fold them over. Some of the pages have different texture on either side, and you can decide which you want, but it doesn't really matter too much. And I will continue to fold these, and I'll come back to you after I've done all that, and that's okay. So yep, that's great, I'm happy with that. And all I'm going to do next is make 3 holes inside, and what I have for that is one of these pokey tools, but you could use a pin or drawing pin, anything like that. Make sure that you sort of do it on a surface where you're not going to go through your table, and if you want to do that. If not, then you can just eyeball it. I have a fancy tool which I'll show you. It's one of these Cradle for bookbinding, which I use quite often, and they're very, very good. But obviously if you don't have one of them, an old book or a phone directory would do just as well. And I'm not bothered about measuring any holes, I'm just going for it, and there you have it. So that's that part. And I am going to use just good old dental floss to sew it together. You can obviously use something else if you don't have that, or any threads that you have lying around, embroidery threads. Doesn't really matter too much. And string, I have used that in the past as well. So just come into the middle, leave a tail there, come up through the other side and up to the top. And just take your time going through. Sometimes this can be the tricky part, to get the needle through every page. Just make sure you go through them all. So just bring that through. Let me take this away. So you're coming through, just tighten that up a little bit and pull it towards the spine way, not that way, or you'll rip your paper. And then from the top hole, come all the way down to the bottom and just go through that as well. And again, just make sure that you're getting through all your pages, because it's quite easy to miss one. And then you get all wonky. Well, we quite like wonky anyway, but not in this case. So there we are. And then, so you're coming out the bottom there and come back into the middle hole which you started from. And again, just make sure that you are getting through all of your pages. Yep. And there you have it. So the next thing to do, I mean, the beauty of dental floss is it's already waxed for you, so you don't have to worry about that waxing your other things. It's done for you. So I'm just putting a wee knot in there a couple of times, and I'll just cut some of that off. And that is your paper bag A5 journal. The other thing I want to add to it is the fabric. So, oh, that's slightly bigger, look at that. So you could cut that down if you wanted. I don't mind that size. So I have a couple of pieces of fabric. This is just cotton, and I've already done the yellow dot, so I might just do the, oh, that's slightly bigger now. Well, that doesn't matter. I think I might cut this down a little bit. So I've just cut this down a little bit and just neatened up those edges ever so slightly, just so that I've got the same size as this one. And then I'm going to just cover the spine with the fabric, and I think I'm going to choose this one here, or I could use that. No, I think I'll go with the red. So just get rid of all this stuff here, and to glue on the fabric I'm going to just use the matte gel. I'm just going to use that because that seems to work really well. You could actually put this on first and then you know, sew on through your spine, but this is probably the easiest way, I would say. So all I'm going to do is get my paintbrush and just glue along the edge. And the brown paper, I have to say, really soaks in the glue. It really does soak it in. So I'm going to go over that bit there as well. And I would advise you just to leave this dry overnight. So that's basically it. You have 2 journals out of those 3 bags, and it's super easy, great to do with others in your family, and I hope you have fun doing it. I hope you do make some as well, and I will go now, so stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!